Hey you guys, it's Martin Geek. In this video, I have an unboxing and hands-on look of the latest Xperia XA2 Ultra from Sony. This smartphone just came out a couple days ago, but I just received it today, so I'm really happy. I can go ahead and unbox this right now and share my first initial thoughts of this latest smartphone. Now keep in mind, last year I actually did a hands-on review and a lot of videos for the XA Ultra, the first one, and I really liked it, but this one is way better than that one, and it also comes at the same price, which is around $449. Now let's go ahead and get this out of here. So take this out right here. Here in the back you have some info. It has 23 megapixel camera, 16 megapixel front facing camera, and it actually has two cameras, one 16, one 8 megapixel in the front. USB-C, that's great. 3580 milliamp battery. That's awesome. Over 3500 milliamp battery. Qualcomm Snapdragon 630, micro SD, and it actually has 32 of internal storage. So let's go ahead and take this out. Oh yes. Now this comes in different colors. It actually comes in black. This one right here is silver. I don't think it's like Arctic silver. They just call it silver. It comes like in a light blue color, and it also comes in gold as well. And oh man, holy crap, it feels really nice so far. Hope it doesn't turn on because I hit the button. Over here in the inside, you got some instruction manuals, of course. There you're gonna have the charging cable, which of course, like I said, is actually USB-C. That's awesome. And of course we got the charging block there. Okay, so here now we got the smartphone. Let's go ahead and get it out of the little bag here. It doesn't have, oh yes it does. Yes it does. It has a little plastic in the front. There you go. Let's take that out. Oh yes, that's so satisfying. And look at that. This looks gorgeous. I already messed it up with my fingerprints there, but it actually looks damn gorgeous. Right away, if you had one of these phones before, you know that most of the times they are blocky phones, and the edges a lot of times are very sharp and blocky, but these, oh my god, these are soft and rounded, curved edges. Nice. It feels really nice in the hand. Right away, you're gonna notice right away the differences when you're grabbing this phone and the prior Xperia phones. So it does feel really good in the hand. Here in the side, you got the power button. You got this right here is the volume button right there. Over here in the top, you got look at that, a headphone jack. And in the bottom, you got USB-C with a speaker grill right there and the microphone there. Nice, USB-C, that's awesome. And on the other side here, of course, most likely this is where the, okay, yeah, this is where the micro SD goes and the SIM card as well. I think, yeah, this takes a nano SIM card. And remember, this phone is actually GSM. So this phone is actually compatible with AT&T, T-Mobile, Cricket, any carrier that's GSM. Oh man, and it looks really awesome. Here in the top, you got the Sony brand. You got the two cameras, front facing camera. One is 16 and the other one is 8 megapixel camera, I think. And it also has a front facing flash as well. That's awesome. And in the bottom, it doesn't have nothing. Nice and clean. It looks really awesome. Let's go and turn it on. Let's go and turn it on to see if there's any animation. Oh yes. Man, I gotta say, I am a huge fan of Sony. I like Sony devices, but they've been letting me down, on the smartphone department. They've been letting me down because most of the times they always come short when it comes to US devices. Like for example, look at here. Right now we have a rear fingerprint scanner, which prior years in the United States, it didn't actually include fingerprint. There was a fingerprint included over here. Just gonna see the animation there. Oh, okay. Sorry, I guess we missed the animation, but there it is. Gonna go ahead and start it out right away soon. But over here in the back, you got the fingerprint scanner, and I remember back in the day, there was a fingerprint scanner here, but it wasn't activated for US users. So now we actually have that, and it looks really damn cool. It's gonna be way better having the fingerprint in the rear. Look at that. That looks awesome. It looks really nice. Here in the rear is actually 23 megapixel camera in the rear. And what I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna go ahead and set up the smartphone and come back with the second half of the video. That way I can go ahead and download a couple application benchmarks as well. So let's go ahead and add the fingerprint here on video, because this is like the first time we've ever add a fingerprint on a Sony smartphone, at least here in the United States. So let's go ahead and add that. Here, of course, it says, okay, instructions on how to use it. Here, there you go. Okay, this is weird. It looks totally different from other devices that I've used before. Right now, of course, what I'm doing is this, you know, trying to get my fingers from different angles. There you go, until it finishes. And fingerprint added. That's done. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish setting up the smartphone, and I'll be back with the second half of the video. Okay, guys, so here we are back again after doing the initial setup of my smartphone, and I'm actually doing the second part of the video 24 hours after I did the unboxing of the XA Ultra 2. So I got to install some applications that I wanted, like games and all that, and I also got to, you know, to use the phone for around 24 hours. And I gotta say, I am really impressed with this smartphone, because remember, this smartphone is supposed to be like a mid-range phone for Sony. This is not to me be the high-end phone that costs like $800, $900. This phone is actually $449. And like you guys know, if you go to Best Buy and Amazon with a couple months, these phones actually go down in price, which is really good. This all around, what you're getting in the design of this smartphone is actually covered in aluminum. You know, it has a very nice aluminum body, and it feels really good in the hand. So when you're grabbing this phone, when you're grasping it, it actually feels really premium. Also, the fingerprint scanner here in the back actually feels really good. It's really fast as well. So when you put your finger there, you see there, it will unlock the phone really fast. It works really good. So I'm really glad that Sony actually decided to finally release phones with fingerprint scanners here in the United States. Of course, here on the back, you have a 23 megapixel camera, which works really good. Still haven't been able to take a lot of pictures yet because it's been just like 24 hours. Here in the front as well, it has 2 cameras in the flash. Still haven't been able to test it a lot because, you know, I've been busy doing other stuff with the smartphone. But I'm gonna have other videos later on in the future showing you a lot of pictures taken with the smartphone, just like I always like to do for that. But I'll stay tuned for that later on. Another thing that I forgot to show you guys is that there is another button here that I forgot at the beginning. Is this button right here. It's a shutter button or a camera button. You can actually press and hold even if the phone is on standby, and it'll launch the camera. And of course, you could just take a picture using that as a shutter button, which feels really good because it makes your phone feel a little bit more like a digital camera. And the button is really responsive. Of course, you can also launch the camera by double tapping the power button. If you double tap the power button, it actually launches the camera too. So you actually have 2 options there, but this one actually works as a shutter button too as well. So you don't have to be touching the screen. It works really good. One thing to keep in mind, this is the wallpaper that actually comes already installed by default on this smartphone, and this skin right here is actually the default skin as well. Like, see here, it actually feels and looks like default Android, like vanilla Android, and that's really good because there's not too many customization done by Sony. The only application that I have installed are all these applications. So like I said before, this smartphone actually has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, but you usually get around 22 25 gigabytes available for you. Here is how the toggle screen looks. You know, you got all the toggles available there. You got the hotspot, cast, battery, all that. And of course you can customize the way it looks as well if you want. Battery life has been really good for the last 24 hours. Like I said before in my prior first part of the video, it has a 3580 milliamp hour battery, so that should be good enough for over, you know, for around 24 hours of usage for normal usage. It also has the stamina mode, ultra mode there, battery care, and all that. Over here, when you press and hold, you have themes, wallpaper, widgets, transition, grid. Grid, this is something you might want to adjust because by default it's set to like 4.5, which makes the applications look big and the grid's big as well. But since this is a 6.0 inch screen, 1080p screen, you might want to use the biggest you know, the biggest setting available, which is 5.6 or 5:6. Press right there, apply it, and everything for me starts to feel a little bit more natural here, because I like, at least in my situation, I like having the applications looking like that. Also, if you think that the applications are too big, you can also go ahead here, right? This is settings right here. And there's other things you can actually adjust here in settings, like the icon size. You go small if you want. Auto rotation, Google feed. If you don't like the Google Now feed, you could turn it off, but I really like it. And there's a lot of things there as well. Quick add icons, remove duplicate icons, and basically that's it. That's how it looks. To change the themes, it's really easy. You're gonna have a lot of themes available there. These I downloaded. All these themes are downloaded because you can actually go ahead here and go ahead and download more themes if you want. So there's a whole bunch of free themes you can actually apply. Let's go and apply this one, which I really like. There you go. This one looks really cool. You know, sometimes the themes will change the way the icons look, or it will just change the background. And like see here, this is an animated wallpaper here in the back that you see in there. Also here in settings, you got a couple features there available. This is how the settings look, and keep in mind this is actually running Android 8.0, which is really good because not even my Galaxy Note 8 has 8.0. It's actually running at 7 point something. So 8.0 is basically Oreo. See there. So this is basically Oreo, which is good. And of course, later on is going to keep getting all the future updates as well. One cool feature that it has that I really like is the assist mode here. Here in Xperia Actions, it has a gaming mode that lets you, for example, improve your phone when you're doing gaming. And all you got to do is tap right there in Actions. Here you can add games that you want your phone to. Every time you launch a game, for example, if I launch South Park, I want to add that to my list. Go ahead and save it, right? We go ahead and save it here, which is going to save it, and that's it. So every time I launch the game, these are the actions you can actually choose for it to do. For example, I put block interruptions while playing games, and over here optimize your Xperia gaming performance. But if you want, you could just go ahead and, for example, adjust brightness on your phone. You can set the volume to 100% when you're playing a video game, and this like that, and that's it. Go ahead and save it, and every time you launch a game, it will automatically do all that. Every time you launch one of these games selected there. And of course, it has other actions you can actually perform as well, which is a cool feature there. It has smart cleaner, stamina mode. If you want to apply that, get more battery. Battery care, what it does, it kills background apps that your phone is not actually using. Like I said before in my first half of the video, this phone actually has a 6.0 inch screen, 1920 by 1080p. It looks really nice so far. Everything that I've been doing here on this smartphone actually looks really nice. It has the Snapdragon 630 octa-core processor, 4 GB of RAM, which I also tried playing a couple games here and there. Actually, everything is performing really good. I've been having a problem with one game only, and it's Asphalt Extreme. It won't launch. I don't know why. I think it's a problem with the app, because everything else launches. Like for example, Final Fantasy the 15, the Pocket Edition, actually launches in this game, and it looks pretty damn good. Also, I did a couple benchmarks. That way you guys can see the results. Like you see there, you could go ahead and compare with your devices as well. But like I said, this is not meant to be a high-end super phone. In the inside, it has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and it also has a micro SD slot right here with 256 gigabytes, which is really good. And like I said, the cameras, I haven't tested it yet, but I'm later on I'm gonna upload a video just showing you guys the features of the smartphone and all of that as well. You got the front facing camera here. This is where the dual camera actually comes in. Like see there, portrait, one person, multiple persons, but still haven't tested this yet at all. And like I said before, this phone also comes in different colors. It comes in black, it comes in gold, it comes in, this is the silver one, and it also comes in a light blue one, which I almost purchased that one. The light blue one actually looks really damn good. Also, of course, luckily they actually decided to go ahead and bring the USB-C here, finally up to date. You got the speaker there, which sounds decent, not amazing, but it, you know, it sounds decent. But other than that, guys, I'm just gonna finish the video here, and like I said, I'm gonna be uploading other videos like video just doing gaming on this phone, and a video doing showing you guys the photos that I've taken and videos that I've taken with the smartphone as well, and my final review later on within a couple weeks, because I like to, you know, use the phone for at least a couple weeks and then give my final thoughts on the device. But so far, I guess for the price that you're getting, the phone feels really damn premium, really nice. I like the curved edges that Sony decided to go ahead and bring to this phone. The curved edges makes it feel a lot better to grasp, and it also feels really modernized because you see here the screen actually eliminates the bezels on both sides, and the bezels on top and bottom are actually a lot smaller than they used to be before. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Like I said, pay attention to my channel. Later on I'll upload more videos, and I'll link them to this video as well. Thanks for watching, guys. This was a first-hand look at the Xperia XA2 Ultra from Sony. Till next time, guys.